Ladies and gentlemen, welcome back to another week of MSU Esports coverage. I am Bolty as always, and I am here to bring you all of the happenings in both the esports and the sports realm in Bolty's Sports Hour, which this week will be hopefully a full 10 minutes. So, yeah, welcome back. Glad you guys are here. We're going to get kicked off with Michigan State soccer took down the Wolverines 2-1 in the battle for the Big Bear, and it will be coming back to East Lansing. That is a big win for the boys. Quite the thriller, actually. Uh, the second biggest event in MSU sports was the IM MSU Rocket League soccer team defeated whoever we played 2-0 in our season opener. Fruit by the Foot is apparently their team name. No match for us. I scored 2 goals. MVP for the game went to the Sibs. Just an absolute standout performance on the left wing, I believe he played. Um, After that, we got the MSU volleyball team took down Michigan as well. That was 3-0. And so, yeah, great week for MSU versus Michigan. Football, as you guys know, had a bye this week, but we will be back next week with Nebraska, who just came off a tough loss to the Wolverines. Currently, we are Nebraska's favored by 10.5, which I think is outrageous. I think we put up a very good fight against USC. Obviously, the injury and the targeting hurt the defense a little bit, but our offense is definitely firing. Um, so yeah, I'm very confident that we can uh, take them on in style. We got our Rocket League A team last week started off the PEC play against Syracuse and beat them 3-1. They have a new revamped roster with some EU imports. And then we went on to play Boise and kind of just a game for fun to get our worth in as we traveled like 10 hours and ended up losing that. But that does not count towards our record, so we are 1-0 in the PC and we will play Boise later in the season. Uh, our Rocket League A team as well this weekend played in CRL qualifiers. They originally beat Concord, who are the number one ranked team in the country. Um, Concord worked back through lowers and ended up defeating us in grand finals, which was very unfortunate. So we'll have to keep searching for some CRL glory later in open qualifiers. Um, the rest of really our MSU esports program this weekend traveled to Midland, Michigan for Field of Frames Fest. Our Rocket League B team took on Mount Aloysius. I forgot how you say it. But Aloysius and lost to them 4-2 in the grand finals, but that was a great tournament run for them. Valorant ended up winning the tournament. They beat Siena Heights in the finals 2-0. So again, great dominance from us there. And then there was no team format for Smash, but our players Dice ended up in fourth. Adam Suspect ended up in fifth, and then Rydra, Echo Fire, and Fair all tied for ninth. So overall, just a great weekend over there. Once again, showing that MSU is the premier esports program in the entire country. Moving on from the MSU side of athletics, we had the Lions beat the Browns 34-10. Some big performances from Dave Montgomery, Jameer Gibbs, Amon-Ra St. Brown. Just all around good performance from the team. Tonight we have the Jets versus the Dolphins and the Broncos versus the Bengals. I don't know why we have 2 games on a Monday, but we do. Um, but no one really cares about the NFL. College football had an amazing, not really record-setting, but just a very enthralling weekend. We had a lot of close matchups. We had Oregon-Penn State was probably the headliner, and Oregon ended up winning that one in overtime, double overtime, I believe. So they moved into the 2 spot in the country, coming from 6th. Penn State fell to 7th. And then we had Ole Miss LSU, which saw the biggest jump probably this year. I mean, not this year total, but in the top 10 at least. Ole Miss jumped from 13th up to 4th, which was a massive movement, beating LSU. Oklahoma drifted up to 5th. A&M up to 6th. And then Indiana sneaking in the top 10. Bama, Georgia, the other very big game of the weekend. Alabama came out on top in that one. A lot of overtime this weekend, which was just overall very fun to watch. So yeah, great weekend for college football. Um, we got to check in on my fantasy team every week, which, as always, is giving me headaches and heart attacks. I, of course, geniusly drafted Malik Neighbors, who is now without a functioning right knee. So it's going to be a bit of a scramble to recover. We ended up losing the week by quite a bit after he went down. It was just a disaster. But we believe. You know, we're gonna hit the waivers hard. Might try to school my league mates into some less than ideal trades for them, and we will bounce back. Looking around next week's slate for college football, obviously we have the game everyone will be watching, which is Michigan State versus Nebraska. But we also have, around the Big Ten, we have Illinois, Purdue. Illinois is now ranked 22nd. We have Wisconsin, Michigan. Michigan's ranked 20th. We have Penn State, UCLA. Penn State is ranked 7th, as I just said. Vandy versus Bama is the 16 versus the 10. That'll be a great game. Not a lot else looking competitive. Oh, Miami, Florida State will be big. Florida State did lose to Virginia Friday night, but they still look amazing. That was a very tough loss, and that is going to be an all-around thriller. That has potential for Florida State to get right back into the top 10. So, yeah, it's gonna be another great week in it's gonna be another great week in college football, as it always is. It's the best sports league in the world. Um, And yeah, standout performances in fantasy player-wise this week. We had Dak go for 31, which no one saw in the 40-40 tie. That was amazing. We had Ashton Genty finally break out for 33. That was amazing to see. Puka went for 36. George Pickens went for 34. Romeo Dobbs went for 30. Amon-Ra went for 26. Again, love to see it. And then the Lions defense went for 20 with the pick, and I think we sacked them probably 6 times or something. Sacked them 3 times. We had, what was it? Was it a pick six or a fumble recovery? 2 interceptions. It was a great game all around. So yeah, I'm going to be studying those numbers a lot heavier as I try to figure out how to salvage my fantasy season. But hopefully the boys are starting to look at getting into a game here against Kansas. We will be right back when they are getting there. What are we doing?
Oh, it's caught on the wheel. That's why.
Yeah. So today, unfortunately, our new signing Drewy has a very important exam, so he's going to be stepping out, and we'll have Knock returning to the A-team side for the first time this season. They've only played twice, but so yeah, we'll get the classic team from last year. Obviously, they have a lot of chemistry together, and they are most definitely going to be favored against a probably near the bottom projected Kansas team for the PC, but we've seen plenty times a lot closer games than we expect, so definitely anything can happen.
Looking for an exciting match. This is going to be my first time behind the casting booth this year. It's actually, what has it been, 4 or 5 months since I last casted this team, so maybe 6, maybe 7. But I'm just excited to see these guys in action again. I haven't seen them play since, actually I have seen them play since Sunday when they had Sierra Qualls, but they had Drury on that squad. Knock is going to be a little bit more of a catalyst, I feel, than Drury right now, so I want to see some good Rocket League out of these boys. I'm hyped.
Yeah, Nick definitely more of a facilitator than Drury, but Drury's probably got him a little bit on raw mechanical skill, so it's a little bit of a trade-off. Compared to, because Boise is definitely a less talented team overall than Concord is. Obviously, Concord is ranked #1 in the country. So our our 3-0 loss to Boise was a bit of a surprise, and that was with the main roster of Drury, Morvu, and Otbom. Um, am I still on tie? Okay. Um, and so yeah, we obviously that game was a bit rough. They definitely responded this weekend by um, yeah, they definitely brought it back and found their form this weekend in CRL, and hopefully we will have some CRL open coverage of them as they.
Oh my god, that's so much better.
Okay, we're good. Perfect. Max, what's the update? Are they playing?
They warming up.
Okay.
Are we live?
So yeah, as always, we're way behind schedule.
Oh.
But
Still rolling.
yeah, we have a new. If you remember the setup from last year, it was Connor on the left, Nick in the middle, Christian on the right. This year, Nick, for whatever reason, has migrated to the left PC. I don't know if Connor's just been playing there in CRL and stuff, but a
I
little
know
bit of a new setup in the
I know
middle.
Christian has been playing. He's always been playing on the right. Drury's always been playing on the left, and Opbomb's migrated to middle now. So I think Nick is just taking Drury's spot for now.
Yeah, looks like it. But yeah, the boys have been playing well. We expect a dominant performance today. Anything less would be probably a little disappointing, but you never know. It's a new set of 3 players, and anything could happen.
Maybe Kansas can force a 3-1. Maybe this is best of 5. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. So it's probably gonna be a quick match.
Huh?
Like less than 30 minutes, maybe if it's only 3 games. But other than that, nothing short of like expectations. Just full on sweep. Maybe we could see a perfect sweep. I'd love to see that.
That would be nice. Yeah, if you want more MSU action, Tyler, are we live tomorrow? I'm assuming. Yeah, so we will have some more MSU esports action the rest of the week. If you're looking for some more real life coverage of our esports players, if you look to the MSU Twitter, probably sometime Wednesday, you will see some pictures of our I Am soccer team playing in our match tomorrow night at 9 o'clock, which will be a very late evening, but it'll be a great time. We're looking to stay undefeated. Um, yeah, that's always a blast.
I mean, with Bennett as goalie, you can pretty much do anything you want.
Oh yeah, he is.
I've got a
wall.
game later this week, but unfortunately, it's not with you guys. It's with my high school boys, so I can't complain though. Should be fine.
Are you guys playing D1 or D2?
We're playing D2. We're trying to get D1.
Hopefully we play you guys. That'd be fun.
We haven't. We don't have you guys on the schedule. Who knows? We could see you in playoffs.
Yeah.
Maybe we'll see.
I mean, we're winning the whole thing, so hopefully we see you in the final.
Maybe. Who knows? Small world.
Yeah.
They're in the lobby, and it looks like they have at least 8 people. So.
Oh yeah, Ty, do you have Rocket League up? Okay. I think they're good. Yeah.
Alrighty.
Okay.
We're gonna get started momentarily. Michigan State versus Kansas. I believe this is the 3rd game of this year. Second game. Second league game. It was 3-1 against Boise.
3-1 against Syracuse, and then we lost to Boise, but that did not count.
Alrighty. Call that a little bit of a preseason thing, I guess.
And here we go. Michigan State in the orange. Alpaca was there last year. L Swift looks new, and Mev might be new. So who knows? Maybe this Kansas team could shock the world. Yeah, I think the key for State here is just to not try to do anything too spectacular. These 3 haven't played together in a few months now, so if they try to force too much team stuff and get fancy, they could definitely bite them in the back. But I have faith that they can keep it together and stay spotless in the PC.
Starting off neutral sided right now. And like you said, I only recognize Alpaca so far. Both Swift and Mev just coming in. New players, almost a shot on target there. Or we'll see that one easily out. Knock, chilling on back wall. Called in by Op Bomb. Flicks over one. Tries to find the midfield play. Morvu's not there. Trying to steal the opponent's back boost. Mev, a little bit awkward now because of it. And so far, it's just been neutral-sided. Players trading blows back and forth, but really no one has been able to find the net yet.
Yeah, Kansas definitely controlling the possession and maybe the like field at the moment. They've had more time in our half, probably a few more dangerous touches, but you never know when MSU can strike, and there it is. Hot bomb sit in the middle, little more Vu pass off the back wall, and I mean, yeah, that was a pretty clean three-man passing play. Not a lot of boost. Get us all on the board. 1-0.
Welcome back to the squad, Knock. Starting off the play for the Michigan State, and they take an early 1-0 lead, just inside a minute 30. Kansas looking to try and start a counterattack, though. Morvu's already pre-jumping, and you really can't get it by Morvu if he's already up. As he's called into action again, clears it downfield. Alpaca sitting there waiting. Actually does get a pinch on net. Knock is there to get the save. Bit of a scary sight, but nothing too scary for the boys in green to handle. Morvu clears over one. And once again, we go into trading blows once again, unless Knock can find the shot here, and it's saved out by Swift. Infield passing play almost goes away Michigan State. Now Kansas looking to counter.
Yeah, definitely you can see that some of that chemistry from last year is still there with that little quick give and go. But yeah, I don't remember this Kansas team putting us under much of any pressure last year. So definitely some off-season recruiting, and they're looking to be a bit of a problem this year. There's been a lot of shifting in the PEC. We've added Baylor. Was Oklahoma last year? Baylor, Utah, was it Oklahoma? No, they left, and USC left. Minnesota. It's Minnesota, Baylor, and Utah coming into the PEC. Morvu almost looking for a little bit of a fancy goal. Opbaum can't hit a moving ball. Wow, it took about 6 seconds for that ball to get touched. But yeah, so a lot of new additions to the PC, not just in teams, but in players, and really anything could happen this year.
We're looking for a strong start. Trying to go 2-0 here. Shot on, Morvu. Stop there, looking to try and find a pinch mid. Mev's got it out to Swift. Swift, good first touch. Tries to get over Opbomb. Does so, but Opbomb does get a late touch. Cleared off the back wall. Now MSU. A little bit awkward on the back line as Opbomb doesn't have any boosts. Only one with MSU who doesn't have any boosts. Mev trying to clear back toward mid. Alpaca's on. Looks for a shot. Double tap from Swift. Finds it over the bar. Demo trying to clear out the defense, but Knock is there to get the save. Counter going the other way for Michigan State. Morvu, that one is just sent wide. Open net miss potentially. Morvu trying to keep the ball in play. Op bomb, flip, reset, trying to find the double, but Alpaca sees none of it.
Yeah, the definition of this game so far has been wasted chances. Kansas there, honestly, I thought it was more or less a tap in and just couldn't put it on target, and then had the follow-up, also looked pretty promising, couldn't put it on target, and Michigan State so far, they've had 2 or 3 chances that they're going to regret not finishing. So this could definitely be a bit of a low-scoring affair, and goals are going to be at a premium, but if we're only 1-0 up, anything can happen. Kansas, again, going to look to get a passing play going. Swift up early for Morvu, and he will read him. They are, other than the score line, I would say they've been dominating this game so far, and MSU's really going to have to wake up if they want to solidify their win here in game 1.
Physicality's starting to come out. You see the bumps in play. Morvu trying a tough double tap. Couldn't quite find the angle. Now Alpaca, with 15 seconds, has to try and get the ball downfield. All he sees is Opbomb waiting at the midfield line. Pass up to Morvu. The shot, far post, just off the post. Alpaca looking to try and go back the other way. Stuffed by Knock. Morvu called into action. Now pass up to Opbomb. He's got a double off the sidewall. Looking to try and ground it. Kansas keeps this one up. Mev. A little bit of a light touch. This one pinches to the ground. Michigan State, not in a convincing fashion, but it's still a win. 1-0, and they take the lead in the series by 1.
Yeah, it was quite the pretty goal, but you really would have liked a lot more there. I think there was two or three just hanging balls on top of Kansas's net that we didn't finish, but at the same time there was a few balls off our back wall that we didn't deal with at all, and Kansas let slip through their fingers. So I would say that was a very, very even game one. As you can see, we led in shots by a fair margin, but honestly, a lot of them weren't on target. It was just little pokes at the back wall, little off target, open nets, and yeah, I think this is going to be a series where scoring first is going to give you a very, very big advantage in these low-scoring games.
Even just putting the ball on target, you see the demos coming through for almost multiple offensive attacks for Michigan State. If we see that a little bit more, maybe we could find more goals into the net. Kansas also trying to do the same thing. They almost broke through a couple times, but we're never able to get the ball across the goal line. Now heading into game number 2, pinch heads toward net, hot bomb, there to easily read it. Going to try and start another attack for Michigan State. Swift is there to meet him. Morvu off the back wall, doesn't find anyone from the orange side. Now Knock trying to reset the play. Good touch off the ceiling. Alpaca clears it high. Thankfully, Mev is there. And so far, like we saw in game number 1, nothing too promising yet. A mid-air pass play almost finds its way in just off the left wall. As it seems like we have disconnected from the server. Everyone on the side of Michigan State is disconnected from the server. We have lagged out, folks. The server has been DDoSed.
Well, yeah, I guess if you can't beat them, DDoS them, as the saying goes. So, I would not like to infer there was any malicious play on the side of Kansas, but who knows? So yeah, hopefully that is just a server error, and we will.
It was everyone. It was everyone. So the server died. I mean, nothing that's too uncommon nowadays in 2025 Rocket League with the server dying. So it's just another setback. Who knows? We might see it more in the future as well. I mean, this game hasn't really had the best servers recently, as from my experience. Ion actually got DDoS today in twos.
That's tragic. Yeah, we've had this is our first year. This probably hasn't been said on stream yet. This is our first year with a academy team, which is going to be a team below our B team, who is honestly probably on par with a lot of schools' A teams. Yeah, they will be competing in a variety of things, which has added a few new faces to our program. We are back in the slightly extended version of Game 2. Coach Bilski, I would like to thank you deeply for the compliment on my jacket. Unfortunately, for some reason with the camera, it appears a little more gray than green, and it's not the deepest green, but yeah, definitely a much-needed purchase after I was wearing a red jacket last week, which doesn't make a lot of sense. Maybe if it was like Christmas, but okay, back to Rocket League. 20 seconds in, nothing much yet. We're going to look for a pass off the sidewall. I'm a little worried that MSU heard me saying that they need to not do anything too dumb and just play smart, because I've rarely seen two of them in the other team's half. It's kind of just been solo plays and clearances and defending, but they will probably get a little bored and start stretching the boundaries, and there is more off the sidewall. I'm a little surprised that got through, but off the demo, just a little surprising touch off the sidewall, and Kansas unable to save it. That'll be 1-0, 46 seconds here into Game 2.
Just looks like a little bit of a routine shot for Morvu. Didn't even have to use a flip or anything. Double fake kickoff from Michigan State. Nobody goes, and they have a counterattack off of it. Knock, pass op bomb. The shot is there, and it actually works. You don't even see anyone on the orange team go for the kickoff, but you don't see anyone on blue contesting the ball. As op bomb, he beats out Mev, calls his bluff, goes low under him. And Michigan State, after the tech pause, have an early 2-0 lead.
Yeah, I can almost guarantee that was the doing of Mr. Knoxzilla. He, for some reason, even though he's getting quite old, loves to whip out some kickoff plays from time to time. I think it makes him feel young and adventurous again. So that was probably him. Ended up working out. A lot of times it looks stupid and doesn't, so we are quite glad that that one paid off. MSU, as I slightly predicted, are getting a little more adventurous in their play here, looking to have a little bit higher scoring games than the 1-0 we saw in Game 1.
All the players feeling a little bit relaxed. 2-goal lead definitely helps, but we're still early on in the game. Anything could happen. Kansas still trying to get the ball of their own end right now. They do see an attack here. Shot on. Cleared away by 2 MSU defenders. A little bit of double commit, but as long as they can recover. There we go. Another double commit. Now op bomb. Tested there. He's only one back to double commit that. Now knock. Clears out off of Kansas defender. Alpaca's there to try and keep the play alive, but once again, MSU defense just shutting down any offensive attack that Kansas has to offer. And Kansas now stuck in their end again. Once trying to find past the midfield line. Alpaca's got the ball, looking for a pass in field. Taken out of the play by Opbomb. And now he's starting the counterattack. Beats one off the ceiling. Looking to go the whole way himself. Gets to 50. Stopped by L Swift. He got through 2, but couldn't get through the entirety of Kansas defense.
Yeah, Opbomb, a avid twos player, loves his solo plays. He also loves his bumps, which I'm a little shocked we haven't seen more of. But there's a cheeky little finish. Knock beats the defender, and Opbomb, as always, trying to boost his own point score instead of the team success there with the open goal. But strong play from the boys, 3-0 up. Plenty of time here, and this Kansas team definitely has been, I would say, a little more controlling in their offense than MSU has. MSU's definitely had a few more just counterattacks, quick forced errors, goals, but Kansas has had a few like slower passing plays that have put MSU in some weird positions. So I am pleasantly surprised by the play of this Kansas team.
We haven't really seen too much offense out of this Kansas team either. Still have yet to find a goal in this series as well. Perfect sweep still on the table as Opbomb might find another one. Fakes out 2 defenders, trying to find the third. Couldn't find all 3. Would have been a nasty clip if he hit it. Still trying to keep the offense going. Now ball cleared long. Morvu might have a reset, doesn't use it. As this one gets sent toward Opbomb, he booms it long. Swift picking up a demo in the MSU backfield. Now Mev off the ceiling, knocks there to 50 it out. A little bit under pressure for Michigan State. Knock the only one without boost. Alice to force the play. Double commit coming out. And as I say it, Mev scores. Kasterker strikes. Kansas is on the board.
Yeah, I definitely, I don't think Knock will be our interview today, as he's had a few, but I would definitely like to ask him if the drive backwards up the back wall with 0 boost and double commit was part of Jimmer, our amazing coach's game plan for this one, because I don't think so, but I'm also not as intelligent as he is, so maybe it's some kind of false sense of security idea to make them think we don't know how to defend. But it will be 3-1 either way. Minute 15 left. Again, plenty of time. This Kansas team is putting us in some odd positions, as we just saw, and if State don't stay on their game here, anything could really happen.
Knock a little bit awkward here. Does beat around 1. Minute left to go. Michigan State still with a 2-goal lead, but all 3 go on that attack. And now all 3 racing back as they have to try and defend Swift's counterplay. 1 beat. Morvu does get the beat on the other. Looking to take it himself. Does get a little bit of a wheel touch. Opbomb tries to go top corner. Morvu clears it out for the Kansas defense. Now they're going back the other way. Swift looking to try and take the whole thing himself. Can't do it. Alpaca to follow up, and the net's just open.
Yeah, L Swift has most definitely been the catalyst of this Kansas offense. He's had a few, maybe not successful solo plays, but just enough to force errors out of MSU, and Alpaca with a harder than it looks finish from the corner, and we once again are a 1-goal game here inside 30 seconds.
Alpaca rocking the Zen McDonald's employee worker picture on Steam. Now Swift could be a counterattack here. Opbomb with the initial save, but the ball is still under pressure for Michigan State. Morvu clears long. Up to Knock. Double commit. Opbomb's going as well, and he's last man. Could be a dangerous counterattack here. Morvu clears off to the corner. Swift out to the corner as well. Not too threatening for the Michigan State defenders. It's not. Clears up to Morvu. Doesn't find contact. Kansas might have a chance here at 0 seconds just to get 1. 2 commit on that play for Michigan State, but the ball will hit the ground unless Morvu keeps it up. Mev clears long. Knox trying to stop, but Morvu trying to give him a chance. But even then, it's not going to be enough. They got a 4v2, and even that is not enough for the Kansas team to score.
Yeah, some more ill-advised plays from the MSU players there in those final 30 seconds. But this Kansas team has finally woken up on offense. L Swift with the 5 shots and the 2 assists, clearly the most influential player on the Kansas attack. But Alpaca and Mev both had a shot each and slotted both of them. So yeah, definitely converting on their chances a lot more that game compared to the first game where there's a few left on the table. And I would say once again, I think whoever scores first in this next game will have a very, very big advantage going forward.
Well, we said that the last game, whoever scores first will have a good advantage. Michigan State got the first 2 goals. Of course, they bounced back. Kansas bounced back with 2 of themselves, but by the time Michigan State was up 3-0, I mean, you can't win if you don't score, and they obviously didn't score enough.
Yeah, very true. Um, yeah, I think I said it before game one, and they played a little intimidated. So I'm going to say it again. If you don't do anything too stupid, you should be able to win this game, MSU. That includes no weird double kickoffs, no double commits on offense, and we can wrap this one up early. But these boys don't always do the smartest thing, let's say. 15 seconds here into game two. Again, a little bit of back and forth. Maeve looking to cause a little bit of chaos up the right wing, but nothing doing. Morvu with the funky musty flick to force some pressure on the back wall and knock with the open net.
I mean, first blood in all 3 games for Michigan State. First goal, not getting on the stat sheet, numbing up all the defenders, and I mean, it's quick work for Michigan State.
Yeah, Relucent. Morvu is definitely a Rocket League rules aficionado and will never be letting that ball. Maybe if he was in a money grand final, he would break his moral code. But that man will just loves chaos. Really, he's kind of like the Joker. But here comes L Swift on a one-on-one with an out-of-position op bomb. Can he make it happen? Almost with the air dribble bump, the signature op bomb play, but just able to avoid it, and MSU will get clear.
Swift, a little bit awkward off the ceiling. Knock, now trying to make a play of his own, trying to add another one to the tally. Gets an infield pass to Opbomb, a little bit awkward. Where's the third attacker for Michigan State? There's Morvu, pass from Opbomb. Morvu to himself, gets a little bit bumped, tries to get the 50. Alpaca does read it. Knock, trying to keep the play alive. Alpaca 0 boosts. Forces a 50 out to Mev. Morvu, good clean catch, a little bit of a Zen touch. Flip reset, beats around 1. Trying to get it middle, but can't find anything. Knock. Keeps it in play for Michigan State. Ball finally past the midfield line into Michigan State's end. 2 commit on that play for Michigan State. Now Morvu a little bit awkward. Boost totals low for Michigan State as Opbomb clears long. Trying to stall out his team enough time. Do we have a Rule 1 going on in the backfield?
Yeah, that looked like a bit of a...
Oh my God, what a pinch.
Looked like a bit of a mobile Rule 1 there, as I think Knock was getting bullied across the back line. But that doesn't matter because we have the two young guns combining for an aerial team pinch. I did not see the speed on that one, but it was moving.
143 kilometers of pain straight into the Kansas net. No one could contest it.
Yeah, that is. Unfortunately, it seems they did not hear me. With a 1-goal lead, playing twos, I would say the textbook play would be to not go for the team pinch in the air with no one back on defense. But again, they don't care what I say. They do their own thing, and they have made it 2-0. So Kansas, again, plenty of time. They scored 2 goals last game with less time, and once again they get on the board. It will not be a clean sheet from Michigan State, and we are back to 1 goal with 2.5 minutes left.
Beautiful pop reset from Mev. Does Kansas get on the board? I mean, Michigan State, they look confident, but now it's starting to get a little bit scary for them.
Yeah, that's I would say that's Mev's first real showing of mechanical brilliance, and he showed off pretty well. But again, a lot of a way to go to keep Michigan State off the scoreboard for another 2.5 minutes while finding your own goal, but it has been done.
Morvu trying to put another one in, but doesn't exactly have the resources to do so. Mev tries to clear long. Knock is there to meet him. Now Kansas, they're starting to build on a little bit of pressure here. Could see some sort of attack, but Knock
Flip reset off his own back wall, decides to fake it low. Pass to Morvu. Morvu wasn't expecting it, was trying to go for the bump instead. Now a 2v1 going back the other way for Kansas. That one doesn't find its way in. Knock called into action after Morvu gets the first save. Now Mev keeps the ball in play. Double commit once again for Michigan State. Double commits keep happening, but Kansas still can't capitalize. Alpaca with a double tap here. Double save coming out for Michigan State. Ball still in field. Morvu clears long. Now Swift tries to keep it in, but Morvu's just there to clear it out.
Yeah, that save is the type of play that can win you championships. That was all around just a very well-worked attack from Kansas. Deserved the goal. It was robbed, and then they are punished on the other end by Knock flying through the air with just the least air roll you've ever seen in a GC lobby. But that will make it 3-1. A little bit of a deeper hole to climb out of here for Kansas, but as you just saw, they are more than capable of forming their chances, and they will not be giving up yet.
1-3 for Kansas with 1:23 left on the clock. Swift leaves for Alpaca. Hot bomb, keeping that pressure alive like he always does. Morvu beat up by Mev here. Swift couldn't find the touch, and Morvu is actually just going to keep sitting upfield, waiting for a pass from Knock. Hot bomb decides he's not going to take it. Alpaca will be first to the ball. Double commit once again for Michigan State. Mev looking for the shot. This one sails a little bit wide. Was trying to go for the Arsenal reset. Musty couldn't find its way in. Now Knock sends long up to Morvu. Morvu looking for a double tap off the ceiling maybe. Mev's going to do it himself but can't find it. Maybe it was a defensive play instead as that one rails off the crossbar. Morvu almost find it as well. And now Mev going back the other way has got no one in help to do so and has just cleared it back toward his own line. Might have stopped an attacker from shooting it on net technically.
Yeah, again, chance creation from Kansas, I'd give them like a B+, but the finishing has been spotty at best, and that I think is in the end what's going to hurt them here in this game. Demo comes out, they could tack one on to make this a game. Knox there to defend it, and that will definitely put us past the time of possibility. So that will be 3-1, 3-0 on the series for our Spartans, and 2-0 on the season. Great performance, really. I just seeing that Kansas team. I'd say last year they were towards the bottom in competitiveness for us in Rocket League, but with them playing like that this year, I am very excited for, or I guess to watch us play the rest of the PC this season in Rocket League.
I mean, the series score may not look like it was close, but all those games were very close in the end. The biggest lead was that one right there, 3-1. Biggest lead that we've had in a game. The other two were one-goal games, 1-0 and then 3-2.
Yeah, that was just some good competitive Rocket League. It seems that a lot of the teams in the PEC have improved since last season, with both the players, and we replaced some of the teams that were underperforming last season. And all around, I think we're going to have some better performances this year in PEC Rocket League and a more competitive scene all around. Last year it was kind of just us in Boise. This year it looks like there's going to be a lot more fire around the league. So, yeah, that'll do it for week 2, technically, of the PEC season. We're going to get a player over here for an interview, so don't go anywhere. But we will be right back.
Stay tuned.
Yeah, it's fine. Connor! You're getting interviewed. No, keep it on. No, sorry, his jersey. Welcome to the interview room, Opbomb. Bit of a closer games. I guess it was a 3-0, but closer games than we were expecting there. I was hearing some confident talk out of you before the series. So, were you surprised by the performance of that Kansas team? Obviously, some new players. How do you feel?
They did score one flip reset. That was pretty nice. That I
Yeah.
didn't expect from them.
Yeah, it was nice.
Yeah, I think they're a little bit better than I expected, but I knew we would just come in and take care of business like we normally do. So.
Wow, that was just the most boring answer ever.
So
there was a moment in game, was it game 3 with the Rule 1 with Noxzilla? So you and Morvu up 1 goal, 1-0. We're left in a 2v2 situation, which is conducive for more goals. You two decided that the most logical play in that situation was the team pinch in the air, which did end up to be successful. But if you were to concede off that, do you really think that was the smartest decision we could have made in that situation?
I don't think we ponder what would happen if we didn't do it because we did it. Me and Morv have been practicing those team pinches. We scored a nice one in scrims the other day. So we've been putting the reps in, and the practice is paying off.
Wow. Just okay. So last but not least, this weekend you guys playing in CRL qualifiers, and at one point you were sitting pretty in the grand final. You had the bracket reset on your side, and you were facing the #1 team in the country, Concord. What happened?
Concord overall, great team. The first series we beat them in, we had to fight back game 4, down with a minute left. So, I mean, it's really just a battle. Concord, they played great. We had rough game 2 in the second series we played them, and I think they kind of stole the momentum from us there, and that kind of allowed them to succeed. Overall, I think any other day it's pretty even with them.
Yeah. It's great to see that we're competing with the top in the country. I did lie to you. I have one more question. Tomorrow night, tonight, you had a game. Didn't really matter. Tomorrow night, though, 9 o'clock, Spartan Greens. You have a massive game against Stu FC or something. Last week, you played center back and you performed quite well. Are you any tactical changes that you're going to make to your game before this week? Or
I think this week we're moving to 4 in the back.
4 in the back. So that's what we played last week.
No, last week we kind of just had me sitting in a defensive midfield position, and I was kind of lost.
You played quite well, though, I would say.
I felt a little bit lost. So this week I'm hoping to slide back and play in my more natural position. Stu FC coming off a 4-0 win, I believe. So, looking to make sure we lock down on defense. Haven't gotten scored on yet this season, so looking to keep that going forward. Hey, maybe I'll find myself a goal.
Maybe. So far, not to pad my ego at all, but I am the only one to score so far for MSU RLFC. Although Sibs did win MVP, so he is the leader in that category. So yeah, we're gonna see who's gonna get off the scoreboard. We are gonna be repping our white esports jersey, and we're gonna have a lovely member of our staff, Jono, there to take some pictures. So hopefully we'll have some of those to show you next week. But yeah, the boys are gonna be looking to go 2-0. That's gonna be it for us here in the MSU, the hub, the esports lounge at Hubbard.
Yeah.
We'll be back next week with some more Rocket League action, looking to continue our PEC dominance to 3-0. Do you know who you play?
I believe we play Boise.
Boise. Big.
Should be a good series.
Big competition there. From last year, this year, they're a hot team, but we are going to get hotter. So, thank you guys for joining us. Lovely to have you, and we will see you next week.
When do we give up? When do we just close our eyes and say, that's it? This water's too polluted. This disease too far along. To a Spartan, the answer is simple. Never. Because Michigan State was founded on the belief that our purpose is to make the world a better place. And when you're open to unconventional thinking, you value people's differences and are willing to work harder, push farther, and forge true partnerships. Then and only then can you solve the world's toughest problems. Better, faster. Like renewable energy, clean water, Parkinson's disease, and fighting malaria. Things Spartans work on every single day, all without fanfare. Because we know our true triumph lies in the impact we make on the world around us. And after all, if we don't do it, who will? Spartans will.